certain aspects of enjoyment of
We won't
not real life.
All right. Should I try the cross post again, or should I just leave it be?
I mean, I can cross post it.
Yeah, I just didn't. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the old XSplit there, but that was stupid. Like, it looked like the NDI had frozen, and then when I refreshed the NDI, we weren't live anyway.
Oh. I have, in one way, seized control, I guess,
Of
the video.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to edit the post so I can go in and actually hit all of the correct
Cross posts.
cross posts. Let's see.
If you can throw it to mine, go ahead. Show them together.
I'll retro. I can't. Wait, I actually can. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. You did editor add on that.
Yep.
Let's throw it to my page. Let's throw it to WBLZ. And shit, for shits and giggles, we're gonna throw it to New Media Comedy too. How about that?
Why the fuck not? Sorry to disappoint you. Anyone out there who was expecting comedy. And if you weren't expecting comedy, well, then you might be delightfully surprised. At some point in the show, we might say something funny. But for now, I'm just going to continue to drink this fucking beer because I need it. Hazy Jane is what it's called. It's a New England style IPA.
My friend has been busy, like doing. You talk about real life bills. He just wants to see real life outside of work.
Yeah.
Today finished a 10-day stretch for me.
His second 10-day stretch.
And then you can throw in a 14-day stretch.
Yep.
The last 2 months essentially have been nothing but work. And don't get me wrong, man, I like my job, but it's been fucking rough. It's taken a toll on a fat man.
Proven itself to be work.
A little more.
Yeah. It's elevated itself to a real position of work.
Yeah, it's gone from work to this is my whole entire life.
Welcome.
Yeah.
And I work to enjoy my life outside of work.
So true.
And I care about my team and I care about my residents and stuff like that. But
occasionally,
I'm also a single father with a 13-year-old boy who needs some attention every now and again because he likes to do dumb stuff.
Yeah, he does.
That's
because he's a young boy.
I was going to say that's what 13-year-old boys do, but some of his shit is far beyond what I was doing at 13. That's for fucking sure.
That's going to be extremely weird later when I go back to that.
But, yeah.
I mean, you know what we've been doing, Guru, so we just might as well get you out of the way, and we'll talk about our shit for however long that ends up being. But no spoilers. We won't spoil anything.
Good, because the only thing I've really watched about that game has been the trailer. And then the ads that get thrown in my face from YouTube because they're like, you need to buy this game. It's like, oh, really? Do I need to buy the game? Thank you. I already know this.
I watched all the videos there ever was just to get my VIP points, man.
Yeah, we both sat back and watched every video that they have released on it directly from their website so that we could acquire points to be able to buy things.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do that. Hopefully this Friday.
Use my link in the Discord, man.
Hopefully this Friday I'll be able to hop on that beautiful bandwagon with everybody else. Chris has been playing the heck out of it every now and then. He doesn't because at this moment in time, the only thing I really know that's not in the game, which I was kind of expecting a little bit anyways, because they did it with the rest of them, which is the, they don't call it the badass. Guardian mode. They haven't added Guardian mode yet. Difficulty.
Yeah, I don't.
It used to be badass, but now they took it away and turned it into Guardian. I was like, oh, so we're going. They dipped into a little bit of a head nod to Destiny, I guess, is what that essentially.
Like we see you.
Yeah, because anybody that's played any of the Borderlands games, they always do little head nods to movies, other video games, memes from YouTube and stuff like that. Like,
I will not. This is not a spoiler, but there is a entire mission that is dedicated to memes.
yeah, I kind of felt like that was going to be a thing because
a whole mission from one end to the other that is nothing but meme-tastic.
That's pretty cool. But other than that, I mean, I honked on Warframe for a little bit, checked out the new frame that they added on there. I haven't gone to go get it or anything else like that. Realized that they also added a Guitar Hero thing to the game, which is kind of funny. Didn't fuck with that at all.
What?
Yeah, dude, they got a mana core thing. It's basically a guitar. So you got to hit these little buttons here and there, and you can click on a song just like you would on freaking Guitar Hero or Rock Band, and you have these little notes you have to hit.
Okay.
And you get scored and everything else like that. It's just a little mini game for shits and gigs, basically. Like, and I was just like, wow, it's neat. But it was one of those, like, this is content right now. Like, really?
Yeah, man.
Hardcore
content too.
Yeah. And then in Ark, we wound up having to shrink the building that we just recently built because we ran into a thing that we never seen before, which is...
Look at the new improved P cup.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know it's new because the sticker's still on the bottom.
That's right. Who you going to call? P-Cup.
I like it, man. I knew exactly what it was. But
doesn't change the fact that it is your new P-Cup.
Yeah,
the missus got it for herself, and I was like, I'm gonna be drinking coffee out of that.
Oh, my girl's done that before too. Brought a coffee mug into the house, and I've been like, that's mine now.
Yeah.
Goes, damn it.
She was like, look at how cool this is, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, there's no thought process that goes into it for me. It's like my girl walks through the door, and it's like, oh, babe, you shouldn't have got me that. That was so nice of you. And she's like, but I didn't. And I'm like, yeah, but
you did.
You did.
You did. And she's like, damn it. She's like, but she's gotten smart about things that are really cool that she thinks that I would like, and she knows she likes. She'll get doubles.
Right.
And they'll be slightly
Mine
different.
yet.
Yeah, they'll be slightly different, usually color catered.
Yeah,
if
mine
it's something like that.
Mine hasn't learned that yet.
No,
she's
man. Color. It's got to be color catered or like hero catered or something like that. Like all the various little things. I mean, when she gets like the coffee mugs for our sports teams, she gets one for each of us.
Right. Yeah.
In each of our teams and all that shit.
But like I was saying, we ran. So I had to shrink our building down a floor, pretty much. It looks pretty cool, man. Like a lot of I've become the new builder in our tribe, apparently. But we had to shrink the building down because me and Chris ran into something that we've never seen before in Ark, which is you hit a build cap.
Pieces per cabinet cap. Yes.
So whenever we finished building the building, we tried to put some stuff inside there, and we hit a certain point where it was like, yeah, you had like 5,800 of this, and out of 5,500, you got to do something about this if you want to put other things in here.
Yeah,
and I was like,
if you want more shit, you have to have less shit.
Yeah, I was like, well, shit. Like,
this
looks like, I was like, looks like I gotta drop the middle floor, which it worked out because I mean, the middle floor was basically just aesthetics, just more pleasing to the eye. Essentially, nobody ever really used the middle floor. Everything was basically top floor and bottom floor. Um, but I'm basically in the process of doing that.
Again, the reason why I play Rust instead is because all I have to do is make sure everything stays stable.
Me and Chris were making a couple of jokes where we were like, if we were playing PvP, we could have just made a box and made 5 layers on top of said box made out of metal and just crammed everything in that box. I was like, yeah. You wanted,
fun,
but we wanted to be on PvE, and you told me that I could finally, because out of Arc, I've never really built before. I helped building, coming up with designs, stuff like that, but I never actually built myself. This was the first time around, and Chris was like, "Dude, that's killer. You need to stop because now I want you to. We got to find a new home because the home that we're originally living in." Was just no bueno for raising babies or anything else like that. It was just no bueno. Always a bad day. Like, it was every single day. It was, okay, what's in my front door today? Like, is it going to be an Alpha Rex, a Rex, an army of Argentavises? What's up today whenever I open up the door? But the new place that we found, pretty nice. We don't have any flyers, nothing knocking on our front door whenever we open it, trying to rip our faces off or anything else like that. And it's actually a little bit in a better location for us to go get wyverns if we want to, metal and stuff like that. So it kind of worked out in a really good way. We actually found a really killer base that building location. Well, we wish it was a building location right underneath our base, but unfortunately, as big as it is, you can't build in it because the game considers it a cave, which nothing spawns in there, no loot, no nothing, or anything else like that. And it's big enough to build in, but unfortunately, the game developers don't allow you to build in it, which is a little dumb in my... Yeah, it's a little dumb. I mean, the only time that you can build in a cave is if we were in PvP, and Chris was like, this really makes me wish that we were in PvP right now, because all we would have had to have done was put like 10 layers of metal in front of the freaking entryways, and then made it look like inside is we're not even in a PvP game. I was like, yeah, true, but instead of worrying about dinos whenever we open our front door, we also got to worry about a whole tribe being at our front door.
Yeah, buddy. But that's the reason for the 10 layers of metal and doorways and.
Oh yeah, but that's basically what we've been doing. We got a couple of tames, we got a couple of mutations out of this breed of Argentavises, which I don't know if they had mutations in Atlas. Do they? Where they increase the stats.
Mm-hmm.
It basically all the mutation is that it just changes the color. It makes it brighter or something like that on the animal, but it buffs up one of whatever the stats are. Like it might be a mutation towards melee, health, whatever. So I was pretty sure that Atlas had that kind of like ordeal in breeding.
Oh yeah, dude. There's guys who fucking go completely fucking nuts on their breeding and breed in certain mutations and then just take and kill certain tames.
That's kind of what we
mutations do. And they just get their best bloodline and keep breeding into that until they have what they want.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's basically what Chris and a couple of the other tribe mates have been doing.
Brad
has been doing nothing but freaking beavers.
Did you see in the show notes for last week that never happened, where Atlas, when it releases to Xbox fairly soon, will be cross-play?
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, Chris, I think we might also be switching over whenever that happens. He was like, I don't know.
We've already got the established company. Skeeter's been maintaining the base. Like,
yep,
it's just
it's not coming on the back of a wipe. All you got to do is get in the game, join our company. Let us know where you're at. We can fucking pick you up and bam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really depends on how he feels at that moment in time for where we're standing in art, because we still are getting, like, a lot of the breeding that we're doing right now is mainly for boss fights. We wouldn't have too far into the breeding if we had a bigger company, but our tribe isn't that big, so we're trying to make sure that the animals that we're bringing in are pretty OP enough that we can just go in with 3 people essentially and have a couple of them attack the bosses with us and be fine. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's kind of the reason why we've actually gotten hardcore into breeding what we got going on. But that's pretty much all I've been really doing is just like I got to the point where I was like, oh man, finally I'm done building, because I built a little
You're
area
never done
outside.
building, dude. Wait
Dude,
until you see.
Dude, I finished the build. Like, dude, I finished our base. Right, I made sure it was big enough for everything that we freaking needed, even the tech stuff. Whenever we start beating the bosses, and then I made a little cooker area outside for basically so we can cook all the meat that expires pretty quick, real fast, so we can just land, cook, go out. You ain't got to worry about freaking landing inside the base, getting the food or any of that, and trying to get to the cooker beforehand. You just land, cook, get. It's a little gazebo. It's pretty nice looking, man. And then the other day, I finished the hatchery slash nursery area for all the babies. So we got a couple of fridges out there, enough AC units to hatch eggs and
See,
everything
the thing
else
with
like that.
thing with Atlas, man, is you have to be in a particular biome
Yeah,
to breed
Yeah.
in order to
particular
breed.
animals.
To be
And
able
where
to
our
breed.
main base is at, you can't really breed much of shit.
Yeah, that's
So
the one thing I kind of like about the ARC ordeal is that we just
now
throw AC
we
units
lost
down.
my bear breeding base because I stopped playing.
Right. I
But,
remember you guys talking about
we
that.
lost our tundra base because we stopped playing. But
Well, no, we lost it because Skeeter was like, "I'm not going to maintain both bases." Fuck
that's what
that
I'm
shit.
saying. It's because we stopped playing. That's we didn't really lose it. We gave it up
Yeah,
because Skeeter's the only one who's holding down the fort right now.
yeah, and he is not giving it up.
But,
All right.
When we go back, you'll see there's a dock that wraps around about a third of an island.
Yeah, we've been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some
in-
shit done for sure.
And I tend to not stop. Every once in a while you just have to take a break from building and you have to go out and sail around and do some adventuring. And then
Yeah,
you'll come back and go on another building spree.
My galleon's still there, to my understanding.
I think all my shit's gone, but I don't care, man. I'll build new.
Well, Chris was like, "Oh, we got a couple of places that we kind of want to build a exterior, like a little stop and go kind of base and everything else like that." He was like, "But we'll talk about that after you get this base squared away and take a week off at least from building." And I was like, "Thank you," because so far,
hey
I've been
man,
working...
thanks for the PTO time.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
he was
My
like,
God.
we'll scout out a couple of locations and everything else like that, and we'll see where you want to build next and whatnot. No, like he's been helping me out on a lot of the build too. Like, but some of the stuff he's kind of like,
Now this is
I
the
don't know
Chris that's been
exactly
on the
what
show,
he's...
right?
Antisocial.
No, different Chris.
Yep, different Chris. Not AK Wub Wub.
Most of the animals are dead. I've heard some
Fufu's animals is dead. It's all good, Fufu. We'll get them all back when we all decide to start playing again. Life happens.
Oh yeah,
life happens.
yeah. A lot of that stuff isn't too hard. Like since I've started to actually see what breeding's like, it's hard, but it's not. Like you just got to remember which ones have what stats, and then make sure that you feed in, and then continue on through the process of getting those really good stats. I
Yep.
mean, with Arc, they have, I don't know if you guys have a app yet or if anybody's broken down the tames over there for breeding or stats or anything else like that, but Arc has
White
a
Elephant.
Dodo
What the fuck?
Dex.
What the fuck is the name of the dude from White Elephant that had the app or had the program?
Oh, he's got a bot.
Yeah, he's got a Discord bot where you just type in what you want and it gives you everything you need to know. And you can actually locate players if you have their name. You can locate where they have been over a period of time. Like this dude,
Oh, really?
this
Simon?
dude, Simon, yeah, Simon says this
Simon
dude is
says
fucking ridiculous.
095. The bot's still, the all-seeing Cybot apparently is still there.
Yeah, they'll probably be
But
turning
yeah, this
that into an
dude
app.
actually went through, and once they released the single player, went through and did like legitimate scientific tests on how wind affects sales and what the best, like,
Yeah.
dude goes deep, and at
Yeah.
the same time he's writing
I'm
programming for bots.
very grateful for those guys because, like, on for Arc, it's Dodo Dex, and whenever you tame up something, as soon as it pops up from its tame, you just put in its stats of what it has, like health, oxygen, food, etc., etc. And as soon as you put those stats in, it pops up right next to it when it's fully tamed to what points, like what extra points wound up going into what. So you could actually figure out if you got a killer melee or a killer health or, unfortunately, oxygen, or weight or whatever, and you can find out exactly if that's a perfect tame. So it kind of actually helps out with breeding with that process and everything.
That one can breathe really good.
Oxygen is, unfortunately, one of the things that I'm going to be trying to breed up, which right now I only got 3 males. One of them came out with like this crazy amount of oxygen, and I was just like, yeah, because that's great. Yeah, I'm going to totally take this guy swimming.
Yeah,
let me tell you.
what happens is when you breed, it picks a max stat or picks a stat from its parent.
And combines it in.
Yeah, so like when I was breeding bears, you breed the ones with the high melee into each other and hope that the babies pick the high melee instead of the other stat.
Yeah, which means you end up wanting to get a high melee, high male and female.
Yeah, so you can
in
breed
order
those together.
To breed guaranteed high melees.
But
and then later on in the gene pool, what you want to do is add in one that has high health as well. That
then
way
start
you have
breeding
high
that
melee,
in.
high health. Yep. Yeah, I've been doing my research, getting myself a little bit prepared for whenever I get my vacation time for building.
Supposedly, when Atlas releases the next mega update, or shortly after, they had kind of a roadmap thing. They're going to be tweaking it to where tames and taming aren't as big of a feature. It's going to be more about exploration and some more MMO aspects to it.
Yeah. Really?
Which will be real nice because you can't kill shit without tames, man. And any boss fight, for the most part, you're trying to cheese.
Right. Anytime it comes into going after like chests and everything else, the only way you were going around and doing it was like you had to have a tame. You weren't running a map by yourself, hopping off a boat, walking over to where the map's at, and being like, "All right, I'm going to fight this crowd of evil."
No, it's too costly. You'll lose your gear, you'll lose your arm, everything will break because of durability. You're better off using...
you just lose it because you're not getting back to pick it up either.
Like, so you're better off going with tames. That's kind of like the way Arc is.
But they're working at taking that aspect out of it, which I agree because
you have a lot of area to explore.
It's a seafaring. It's a seafaring game, and some of the tweaks they're going to make to it too is where if you just want to live on a ship, you can just live on a ship.
Yeah, they're talking about the ability. What we're hoping is gardening on a boat because that was really the only aspect of things that was possibly missing. That
would be pretty cool.
The ability to grow things on a boat because everything grows in wooden grow boxes, but you couldn't put grow boxes down on a boat.
Yeah,
On the
because
deck of a ship
well,
or
they
anything.
and everything required, for the most part, required a certain type of soil. Certain
Well,
things,
no, if you
certain
plant
things
it
wouldn't grow in
raw,
certain areas.
if you plant it raw, none of it will grow in like natural stuff, except for
Like the carrots, man. We had to put the carrots down in the dirt because the carrots wouldn't grow on our rooftop garden.
right, they wouldn't grow on the stone platform.
Yeah, they actually required dirt,
Dirt to be below it, yeah.
but
Yeah, everything else grows on wooden planks, though. Like, everything else that was in the game grew on wooden planks. So we had
Okay.
pretty much everything gardened that way, but you'd have to come home, grab the shit, make the other stuff. You know, you had to have a cook.
shit, dude,
basically.
we had running water to our grill.
Yeah, we did.
You didn't have to worry about throwing bags of water in to make dyes. You just
No, you just make dyes.
throw some berries in and make dyes, and the water automatically refills.
Yeah, I was gonna say the way we ended up keeping it though, there was always berries in the grill, like 2-3 stacks of berries.
Yep.
So you just go and make fucking dye.
Yep. Having the water ran into there was just, man. We had a nice setup. It's just
When I
we
figured
didn't.
out piping, I told him, I was like, "Yo," I was like, "They're saying you can connect this to the grill." He's like, "What?" So he built up this fucking little kitchen area. And was like, dum, dum. He was like, "Yo, I got the water connected."
Water sucked up. I went Super Mario full on plumber on that bitch.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah, freaking.
Plumber's
they
cracking
enter-
all.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, usually so far out of me and Chris mainly deals with the electrician and plumbing work essentially because he's gotten pretty good. They introduced like flexi pipes pretty much, so you can bend them any way you want.
Nice.
So instead of having these crazy ass pipes kind of fucking
Skype.
way out there and looking all shitty and everything and not hidden very well, now he hides them where basically you can't even see the plumbing at all or the electric work. He's gotten pretty good at hiding that shit. Like, you can walk into a building and be like, so how is this powered, really? Like, I don't see any electronics. And it's like, magic. That's how.
Yeah, that kind of stuff wasn't really there in Atlas yet. Is it
Magic?
Is it just Guru on Skype? I think it is. I think it's
What?
just choppy.
Hmm?
I was seeing it.
I was seeing it in the stream.
Yeah. See how Guru moves across, kind of stuttery. Fuck you, Skype. Piece of
Yeah, what
shit.
the hell? Like, it's not even saying I got a piss poor connection or anything.
Get your
I
shit,
don't even
get
have
your
anything
shit together,
on.
Discord. Give me NDI access. I'll never use Skype again. Never ever use Skype again. The improved. Well, dude. I mean, myself, Lance, Thump, and Skeeter all pay for Discord Nitro, and we have.
Yeah, I've seen your lovely little emblems.
Yeah, we have our server boosted, so we actually have improved audio quality on our Discord server.
On the Discord, yeah.
From the Nitro boost.
Nice.
So it's better than this shit. That's for fucking sure. So fuck you, Skype. That's what I'm screaming. But I figure when Atlas releases the console, and we can pick up some fresh faces and have some people who are actually dedicated instead of some people who are just there for the glory moments, I'll probably go back to Atlas a little bit. We had too many people just. I'm just going to pop in every now and again for the glory instead of people willing to put work in. And then life happened for me, and it's like I don't have time to do this. Exactly what happened when we were playing ESO. That's what happened to me now.
I was about to say, yeah, that you were already being like, all right, man, so I'm gonna have to leave you this. You're in charge of this glory. Try to make this glory into something. I have this work I gotta
Does
go
does
do.
does
I'm
the does
probably
the
not gonna
guild
be
still
back.
exist in ESO? Have you ever
Yes,
logged?
actually, yes. Me and Chris logged in the other day just for lols and was like, I wonder if our guild still exists over there.
That
Like,
shit's
let's
like
go
4 years
see
old, dude.
if the tribe's still the guild's still alive. There's still active members in there. I thought about promoting people, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm out.
Nah.
I just came on to see if this thing was even still going, if you people were still here, which, yeah, they still there. I was very surprised.
There was a lot of updates to the game. A lot of shit went down with that game, and it has a very loyal following of the people who like ESO. Like,
I mean, the only
I
reason why
liked
I backed
ESO.
off,
I just didn't have
I
the
liked
time.
it too. It's just
I still got my notebook full of fucking all the
Fuck,
information.
That's where I met you, Thump, for that matter.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's where I got all my fucking information still from all of my crafting recipes what stages I was at for learning shit, what I needed in order to learn next.
Yeah, I still have my little notebook that I was using for different builds, essentially, and everything else like that, because a lot of those classes, if they were going to magic, there was a different build for that. If they were going to stamina, they were going with this. And then whenever they kept flip-flopping, I had to go back and forth between ones and reorganizing certain
typical
things.
MMO shit.
Yeah.
Another while we're kind of talking about, I know we're talking about what's up and coming for Atlas, but give a shout out to Maelstrom because it's actually.
Oh yeah, man! They just got they put their announcement out today, and I made sure
did they?
to comment.
Nice.
Did they?
On their Twitter page?
I didn't even see that shit, man.
Yeah, it was in their Discord. Hold on, I got a dog barking. I'll be right back. People.
Maelstrom is now free to play with you. Finally, they released it. Hell yeah!
So they released it completely all out free to play to get their freaking player base up, which is a smart move. They want to get their player base up. They had to do something, and that was the best route, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is. It's a fun game. It actually is fun.
Like, they can make a profit off of, doing little transactions here and there, even if it's just for skins or something like that. But, I mean, to get their player base up for right now, they needed to do something kind of drastic.
There's like the battle pass stuff for it and whatnot. But, since Thump, myself, and a few others are early adopters, and we chipped in, we get a nice little bonus right off the rip.
Yeah.
But from what I played of, I guess I'll say it now since they released it. I was invited to a closed beta by one of the devs. Shout out Sokolov. And what I was playing of it, man, is it's still the same game at its core. It's just they've added more to it. There's more depth to the progression and stuff. And
well, that's what it needed, that because we kind of did feel a little hollow.
Yeah. So big things going there, and if you haven't checked out Maelstrom, check out Maelstrom. I mean, fuck, it's free to play.
Yeah.
You don't even got to pay now.
Yeah, and it's 3-man BR, isn't it? 3-man teams. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-man teams, battle royale with ships.
Yeah, with ships.
And it looks really, really cool. Like, I haven't played it myself, obviously, because it's on the PC, but what I've seen of it and watching these two guys play, if I had a PC, I'd be playing it. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. We had a lot of fun with it.
Yep.
And the devs are really cool with the company, not for anything. If you just want to fucking do something nice for some nice guys, these guys are really nice guys.
Yeah,
play their fucking game.
Yeah, give it a shot. You literally have nothing to lose. Nothing.
Nope.
And it's something you can go in. It's VR, so you can go in, get a couple matches in if you only have a little bit of time. But the fact it's just different, man. The ship combat is fun.
The classes that were in it, there were racial class differential. Like you had
Orc, dwarf, and human.
Yeah, orc, dwarf, and human, and each of those had class modifications for small ship, medium ship, and large ship.
Yep. And then you get a captain for your ship who gives you particular perks, and then you build a crew for that ship. You get three men to basically lead your crew. And one thing that they changed is you don't have to wait and hope for that 5-star crew member.
Oh, that's good.
You level them up.
Yeah, you level them.
So you find one that you like, and you put money into them. You put gold into them.
That's good, because remember, we had a couple guys on the lower ends that we were like, oh man, this would be a great place to fucking start from.
Dude.
This guy's good. I'd rather have him and his perk over that fucking 3-star I just got.
Yeah, no shit. And there were times where I ran shitty people just because their benefits.
Yeah, certain perks were just better.
Yeah, suited my playstyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which is
we did that a lot.
Smash.
Yeah, smash.
That tends to be my playstyle in anything. If I can smash it or punch it, I'm in. That's how I've been playing the Borderlands 3, man. I got Mara, and I got a melee build, and I punch shit to death.
He is smashy.
Oof. I really want to play that. Yep. I still haven't even figured out what class I really want to play.
I just hit 50 today. I got my first max character, and I'm halfway through, maybe.
Well, for right now, max
of playthrough 1.
Yeah.
No, it's max level is 50. What they do outside of that. What they do outside of that is they have this kind of a prestige system.
You getting your badass ranks now?
That now I'm leveling up this whole separate tier of shit.
Oh, okay.
But I will say this, just my generalized review. It is the OG looter shooter, but if it wasn't for the comedy that comes through the dialogue and the story of that game, it'd be nothing. It'd be absolutely nothing.
It is still that funny of a game, though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, even the goddamn loading screen, which is one of my favorite parts, where the little kid's like, Gearbox, and you're like, that's a little kid. Even though you need to be able to turn the master volume down in the game, but it's loud as fuck when it first loads up.
Yeah, because you have to go into your Windows setting and actually cut that down on the front end.
Fuck that, I shouldn't have to do that. It's too much work. Fuck that.
Right?
But
you gotta have your fucking sound folder app open all the time.
Yeah, dude, I ain't gonna have the audio mixer open all the goddamn time on fucking Windows. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's kind of what they want, though.
Yeah. Well, speaking of negative things, Thump, did you look up the whole Denuvo DRM bullshit at all? Okay.
No,
well,
I figured you were going to give us a deep dive on it.
Not too deep, but supposedly the game. Well, actually, the game does use Denuvo DRM, which is really hard to crack, and there's been a little bit of Reddit outrage on that, and then on top of that, someone had posted that they're suspecting that there's actually a keylogger built into the game that logs your keystrokes. And then they're on top of that, they assume that because there was a constant 2 megabit, not megabyte, megabit per second upload to servers from the game. Well, I pulled up my task manager while I was playing, and I never saw that. And I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to fucking do it. I don't know. You guys ever watch any YouTube videos by a gentleman that goes by the tag of Joker?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, he's got like
Maybe?
He's got like 176,000 subscribers or some shit like that.
Does he do animated videos?
No.
Okay,
And he's just been ripping on Borderlands because of this de novo DRM, because of the supposed keylogger, and then because it's on the Epic Games Store.
Everybody
He's got
it because the Epic Game Store.
Yeah, I don't understand people's fucking bias to the Epic Game Store. Sorry, it's not fucking Steam. Sorry, it didn't fucking come out on Steam right away. You want to play the game, you buy it where it's fucking sold. I mean, if you're going out and buying a physical fucking copy, and they didn't sell it at Walmart, but they sold it at GameStop, you can go buy it from fucking GameStop and not complain a fucking bit.
Right, you're not going to be pitchforking fucking, well, I don't know, cancel culture nowadays would be.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the fucking problem. You know, and I get it, Joker, you don't like the fucking Epic Game Store. I fucking get it. They stole all your fucking Steam exclusives, so on and so forth. I never took the deep dive into the article I saw the other day where Steam was trying to did something that would prohibit Epic from getting exclusives anymore. But fuck Steam, you needed some goddamn competition. Joker, get off Steam's dick. And let's fucking play games.
It's no different than a PlayStation or an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, let's just fucking
sit
play
down,
games.
Shut the fuck up and play video games.
Yeah, Valve doesn't need to control the gaming market on PC. You got GOG for that matter. I don't see anyone going on real big tirades for EA. I don't see anyone going on real big tirades for Activision Blizzard. There's probably a few fucking douchebags out there, but fuck, dude, these guys are trying to sell their games. Let them sell their games where they can make the most fucking money. If Epic's offering them that, then I'll buy the game there because the devs get the fucking money. And yeah, 2K, all publishers are fucking assholes. 2K included. Publishers are there for the fucking money. They don't give a shit about the games, and they're never going to give a shit about the games. They care about how much money they're pulling in.
That's right.
That's why they publish the fucking games.
Yo.
I mean, think about it from a goddamn author's standpoint. You have someone who writes a fucking book. They are very passionate about their book. They love their fucking book. It's part of them.
Yeah, it's their
But
fucking
if they
book.
want to get it out to a mass market, they can either A, self-publish and struggle, or they find a publisher to fucking pick them up, and the publisher don't give a shit about their book.
No,
The
they just
publisher's
care
just
about
there
the
for
money
their
that
money.
book is going to bring them. That's it.
Yeah,
It's
it just
a sale.
needs a sale.
It's called fucking capitalism, assholes. Fuck.
That doesn't mean take it out on the fucking people that made the game or the game itself. Like
I
game's
just
fucking
don't.
good.
I don't
Get
see
the
a
fuck
need to
over it.
get pissy about where a game's being fucking sold. I don't give a shit if it's Walmart, GameStop, Amazon, Epic. I don't give a shit if it's goddamn Skype. If Skype started selling games, if they have a game that I want, I'll buy it there because that's where it's being fucking sold.
And you want to play the game.
To boycott a game and to throw a little shit fit because it's on a fucking platform you don't fucking like, man, do we really need to? You're basically bringing console wars to fucking PC. Get off your fucking high horse. You want to play the game, play the game. And guess what? The motherfucker Joker bought the goddamn game anyways and put out a video with a bunch of benchmarks.
Did he buy the game or was he given the game?
Oh, I'm sure he bought it as much as he trash talked it. And I don't really think Joker's big enough to get all the games for free like that. But
well, I've been watching a lot of streamers that, because I'm getting that it's a looter shooter, it's a glorious looter shooter, and I'm a loot whore,
dude.
And this game allows me to be a loot whore.
And all the loot is so different, man. It's so different.
All the loot is
from the guns that walk around on four little legs and target track to the guns that bounce around going ouch, 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 and then blow up.
And then the little bombs that come off of them when they blow up go ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking great. It really
It
is.
is. It's wonderful. There's an absurd amount of crazy, just astronomical shit that goes on in that fucking game with all the stuff. But no, the streamers I've been watching, EchoCast, something that they built into the game that is built into the streaming platform as a kind of a mod to your stream.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a streamer playing and he's got EchoCast activated in his stream, and you're playing, and you've got your EchoCast linked to your Twitch, little thing pops up on the window. When he opens up a red chest, you can apply to lottery win a red chest and see an item from a red chest. And you and the entire chat, lotto wins, come in, you win. I usually have been able to pay attention enough to win one or two a day. And that goes on. There are badass events where if they're running through their game and doing shit and run into a badass and it's a chat badass, Twitch chat badass, Twitch chat can add health, totally revive. There are selections and chat votes. Not only does chat get to be dirty little assholes like that, but they also occasionally get these things where you can do events for the streamer that are giving them a pinata, so it's something in game that they can break that's going to have experience and other shit in it.
Well, we're kind of on that social aspect. That's a cool aspect.
Yeah, it's neat.
I have a hard time focusing on the stream while I'm playing the game, but I've managed to get some cash and stuff like that from watching some streamers. But just straight up in game, if Thump is playing but we're not playing together, or Lance is playing but we're not playing together, it pops up and lets me know where he's at, what he's doing. Essentially, he's like, Thump completed this challenge, and there's crew challenges. So if you're friends and someone else completes a crew challenge, you get
a little kickback from that too.
Yeah. So it's actually really cool. It's I know when Lance has completed a mission that I've already completed, vice versa. Thump, same thing.
Every time you gain a level, it goes across your friends that are playing. It's like, hey, dude just hit a level.
Yeah. So even though you're not playing together, there's still a social aspect to it, and I enjoy that because Thump's level 50. I'm trying to finish up the campaign. I'm not sure where Lance is at right now, but
I'm in my second playthrough.
It's nice to be able to keep up with each other's progress and know where each other are at without having to play together. And then when we want to play together, cool.
All we do is team up.
Yeah,
that's it. Literally, we'll be sitting around. I'll more than likely, once we get done with this, if he decides that he wants to play when we're done, I'm probably going to load up my character and go in his game and just murder shit.
Well, supposedly it will scale appropriately.
Right.
It will still be challenging for you. Supposedly.
Right.
We haven't tested that yet because the times we have played together, we've been close enough in level where it wasn't an issue.
Right. And where are you at now, level-wise?
33, I think. So we'll test that and see how that goes after this, because I'm going to try and stay up.
He supposedly doesn't have work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, right?
And knock on
Till he
wood.
wakes up in the morning, and the next thing you know.
Oh no, he may not even get that far. They occasionally will just hit him tonight and just be like, you got to come in the morning, right?
No, I talked to my boss and told me to take the day off and so on and so forth. But there's a level of dedication, man. If I wake up and feel like I need to go do something, I'm going to go do something.
The
other day I got home from work and I was like, man, I needed to get this done.
Ooh.
So I hit up my assistant and I was like, send me this. I'm going to do this from home.
Every now and then.
No, when did you redo the shelf, man? Because there's more pops.
Oh, all the Ghostbusters. That's what you're noticing.
I was like, there's
Like how like
significantly
Green
more
Lantern is smashed
stuff.
to the wall.
Oh, like over there?
Yeah, that entire side of the shelf is a Green Lantern.
Yeah, movies. Except there's a Yoda in the mix.
Well, that's because he's Yoda.
And then like both pals, then like some other things that I've had given to me, and then whenever the missus got this cup, freaking, she also got the all 6 pop figures for the Ghostbusters that they released. And she bought every single one of them. The only one we're missing out of that set is the car with Winston driving it.
Those pop rides, it's crazy how big those.
Well, actually, no. We're also missing the freaking. They came. I forgot. She showed me the other day. They came out with also their freaking the firehouse as well. So there's 2 things we're missing out of this set now.
Yeah. It's
So,
it's crazy.
I gotta ask.
Hmm.
Something I've never understood, and I've known many people who have been into the shit. I don't understand collecting shit you're never gonna fucking do anything with, man. Why? Just why?
I don't know. It's literally just the collector
why?
in me. It's the
I
collector
mean,
in me.
I've got a giant shelf of computer parts, but they're all in use. Those are just empty boxes behind me. And that's I've never understood collectibles because it makes no sense to me to buy something, keep it in a box, and be like, yeah, I got it. Look at this box of thing over here. I got it. Hey, dude, you want to play with my toys? No, you got to keep them in a box.
It's because later on down the road, I know that the value of that item will be a lot more than what it is at this moment in time.
Nope. I'm gonna tell you hands down what my reasoning behind it is. I was raised in an area with a bunch of kids that we all did baseball cards. Like there were kids that were collecting baseball cards, and collecting started very early in my days. And it was all of us buying baseball cards. And guess what? They ain't done shit with them either.
You kind of.
They're sitting there in a book. I got a, the paper boxes, like corporate paper boxes, like a box of paper.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
I have one of those full of baseball cards, and I have, in addition to that, 6 albums that are paged, like the real good cards are in there, and they're all locked up in a fireproof safe.
Yeah, see, my older brother has all of his old football cards and baseball cards and shit. Like I
got football, baseball, hockey, basketball. Garbage Pail Kids when I was growing up was a thing, so I got Garbage Pail Kids. Like I grew up with that collectors around me kind of thing, and that's what it was. I'm not gonna say in certain instances you get certain things that do become valuable, and those are very prized pieces of your collections. But for the most part, it's because you enjoy it, and it's purely for the enjoyment of being able to flip through and be like, man, this certain piece right here, like my pops, because I have moved on to that's my new collection. With my pops, it's all the shit that's relevant to me or what all my pops are, not necessarily what are the valuable, cool to own pops. I've got Breaking Bad shit because I really liked fucking Breaking Bad shit. I've got Star Wars shit because I like Star Wars shit. I've got Doctor Who shit because I like Doctor Who. I bought my girl the entire Queen, the band Queen collectible pop set the entire set because she's a Queen fan.
That's what I did for
That is,
that's
I'll,
what I
I'll
did
never,
for the
I'll
missus
never understand
with
it, man.
Big Trouble in Little China. I bought her the entire set for all the characters that they had out. So
Wait,
all of them.
hold on. You have a entire pop Big Trouble in Little China set?
Yes.
I gotta not let my girl know that exists.
Oh yeah, it exists. As soon as she found out that they were out there, she was like, "I gotta have these." I was like,
Oh
I
God,
need
man,
these,
that's
I
my
need
girl.
these things to put on
Alright.
my shelf and have to dust.
That's
Well,
my girl's,
see-
like most favorite thing of all. Like she loves that movie, man.
the
I'll
only
y'all
part.
send me a picture of the set. I'll have to see
All
what
right,
the set
I
looks
will.
like.
I will. It's pretty cool. One of
More
the
likely,
pieces.
what it means is I end up having to buy the set. But
Yeah, it is. For Thump, it was baseball cards. For me, I grew up with comic books. I just, like me and a bunch of my friends, we had comic books, and I grew up and I collected them, and it just became a thing. Like, I just started collecting comic books, and it was never something that was like, oh, this is hot, this is new. It was always something that I enjoyed, just like how he did, you know?
Well, you're going to collect
I
that
got-
comic book, you're going to put it in a sleeve, and you're never going to touch it. You're going to have to buy another copy so you can read the damn thing. Well, this day and age, you can read it on the internet, I'm sure, but...
Yeah,
I was going to say comic book collectors nowadays are really disheartened by the current status of comics going digital, but
yes.
not for anything. A lot of the comic book people, pops are kind of the answer for comic book people or baseball card people or movie fans. Like pops are the all around thing that kind of ease that edge off of.
Like, I
just feel sorry for all y'all's
Me
wallets buying
personally-
this shit you're never going to use.
Me personally, I cannot hang. I know Thump probably feels the same way, unless we got like a freaking picture frame for them or whatever. I cannot physically hang my comic books on the wall and display them. I can't, because that means that I'm poking. That means I'm poking a hole through the plastic sleeve that's holding these motherfuckers in. Just
I
can't do it.
physically collect and hang a goddamn thing. I don't have no pictures on none of my walls, man. I don't have shit on
can't.
my walls.
Like, I would have to
I
get a
can't
picture
handle
frame,
that
basically, to put my comic books in, to hang them up comfortably. So, and then eventually I started collecting, like, my big thing has always been Green Lantern. He's always been one of my favorite comic book superheroes ever. Like, I never had an issue with anybody on that ordeal. So I started collecting other things that involved him. Like, actually, both of my Green Lanterns are the first two pop figures I ever bought. Then it kind of, I was like, oh, you know,
Dude,
they're coming out with these cool
I
characters.
sat and stared at them Game of Thrones pops one day. I was like, maybe I should start collecting something. And I was like, I'm about to spend like $100 or some shit for something that's going to sit on a shelf and never do anything. Nope. No way in hell. And then I'll buy some computer parts.
I mean, yeah, collections are strange, man.
It ain't for me.
We were talking the other day, like some people just ended up with collections. Like I've got Matchbox and Hot Wheels and Micro Machines from my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
I had all them shits. They just
some
all
of
got
them
sold
have
in yard
value.
sales.
Some of mine have value. Some of them don't, but they're still in existence. I had a buddy of mine who collected G.I. Joes. Like that motherfucker had all of them. All of them.
Just wouldn't want
That's insane. Those are hard to come by too.
Yeah, well, we played with a lot. Like it wasn't for him. It wasn't the collection to be in pristine condition. For him, his collections were, you know, we're gonna play with them. We're not gonna set fire to them. We're not gonna, you know, do that. Like we played very responsibly.
Right.
But
Hell no. You get me. When I got G.I. Joes, man, I lost like 3 parts within the first 5 minutes of busting them out the pack.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, I'm going to play with this zip line, motherfucker, and he's going to latch onto this tree, and I'm going to shoot him down here. Oh, fuck, it's broke. That's how I.
Yeah.
I had a couple of friends like that, and I was always the guy that was just like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like I feel like people like me and Thump, we kind of
You were the kid I
You-
didn't bring my good toys around.
no,
Yeah, you shouldn't. I didn't want to play with your damn toys anyways, man.
Because I took care of my toys. Like I've
I
still
did
got
too.
I've still got a wrestling ring and like Hawk and Animal from the Road Warriors and a couple other wrestlers from this old school fucking set.
So you had
Dude,
that
my
little
parents-
fucking like tiny ring and shit for your fucking little. See, I had those little wrestling dudes.
Dude, my parents
mine-
still to this
mine-
day
I had all. I had
Mine
all
were
the
when-
He-Man shit, including She-Ra at one point.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine were the same body characteristics of the He-Man shit.
I got made.
Mhm.
I got made fun of by my older brother because I picked up She-Ra. I was like, dude, it's part of He-Man. We had the Castle of Grayskull. You know, we had all that shit. But it got tossed in a toy box like all the other Transformers. Fucking
Tossed
bullshit.
in a box.
Yep.
Like, my
And
parents still
then
have a
some
lot of my
fucking
old
cat
toys.
or dog shit on it at some point or something.
A lot, my parents still have a lot of my old toys, and they're still in really good freaking condition. Like I ain't gonna lie. Whenever I was growing up, I had like every single Star Trek character you could ever think of from Next Generation. The ship, the shuttle, all that stuff.
No, not I. My shit was I had all the He-Man shit too.
I
And
had them.
I had the Justice League.
I had them too.
I had the Hall of Justice like play set.
You're
with
talking
all
about
the
like
fucking,
from the old school cartoon from
Yep. Had the Hall of Justice full play set with all the people and the fucking fighters that would shoot the little fucking things out of them, and like I had the whole fucking setup, man. I had all the shit like all the time.
Mhm.
Now a lot of that shit got played with, and shit happens over time. But I will say this: I can go out to my garage right now and sitting on a shelf, I have 2 Hot Wheels play sets. One is the box that you pull the slide out. It's got a little plastic slide that comes out, and that's got a road, and you set other pieces on it, and you could like play city right there. I got the other one that was like the little suitcase one that had the 2 little round ends on it because those were the ramps that would go up and down on the levels. that
Yeah.
were in it, and it had the
We
little
gonna have
car
a meet
wash.
up and play Matchbox cards.
It had the car wash. And, hey, not for nothing, this meetup.
I had the fucking car wash too, man. I had the car wash. That shit was great.
See, you guys were into the whole like Hot Wheels.
this
Me,
meetup-
I was in the micro machines. Those the little cars.
I had micro machines
I
too.
got the micro machines. I got the credit card packs. I still got those.
Those things.
They
Were
had
so
the
fun.
ultra micros. The
Oh,
ultra
yeah.
micros, the
None
ultra
of it.
micros.
I would lose those things.
No,
the ultra
I still do.
micros.
Dude, I
I
still got the
lost
card.
so
I still
many
got the
of those.
cards that came inside.
Yeah.
That they would come
That
inside
they
of another
popped
car.
open. Yeah, and
Yep.
it would just slide out.
I still got all that shit. Like
You
still got
lucky
all that
SOB.
shit.
I lost so many of those littler ones.
I love toy cars, man. I've even got a set of cars. Like I was
Which
all
one of y'all
about some toys.
motherfuckers got a pod collection? That's what I really need to know right now.
I never had one, but that one right there.
Yeah, there we go. I figured I'd see a hand coming up. Got your slammer ready to go.
Dude, I had some really great slammers too.
I never got into it whenever I was growing up. I thought it was pretty cool, but I never got into it.
It's just another one of those things for me where it's like, hey, this is the cool thing. I'll get into it a little bit, but I ain't fucking investing nothing in it. Fuck that.
Really?
Yep. I have no use for things that don't serve a purpose.
I traded and collected Pog. It's just like fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, never got into that shit either. I can
now
tell you
that was-
Squirtle and
got into
Pikachu, and
Pokemon.
I can't tell you a single other fucking Pokemon.
That was
Those are the-
for me that was a gap, man. I was way too interested in like pussy.
Yeah.
When Pokemon came out.
I don't know what the fuck I was interested
Magic
in,
and-
but it definitely wasn't fucking Pokemon.
I was playing Magic and Pokemon.
Never
Not gonna
played
lie.
that.
Not gonna lie.
My girl was into Magic during that time period of when Magic was coming around. I was out of my D&D.
I guess
and
I'm
LARP.
like a poser.
Man,
nerd.
those were good old days.
I was out of my D&D and LARPing and more into like laying pipe.
Yeah, I never really got into any of that shit. I've never played D&D for that matter.
I have. It's fun. I always enjoy
We're
it.
actually on 8-Bit Bros. We've been talking about the fact of playing a digital game, like getting all the character sheets put together, and like
I mean, I'd be interested to check it out.
Everybody's starting a fresh character, and then doing an ironic media group D&D campaign. Anybody who's interested that would want to come into it.
Yeah,
But we're-
I would totally be interested.
I would totally
totally
do
be interested.
that sounds like some Sunday live stream type of shit after the football season.
Yeah.
That is kind of what we're thinking. But yeah, that's a plan right now, is for all of us, because Webb wanted to try and bring old characters back, and I'm like, no. Nope, we are not allowing. Everybody's got a fresh character sheet. We all start new.
I don't
If
know
we're gonna
anything of what you just
Everybody
said.
level zeros. Everybody level zeros.
Because I'm holding on to a couple characters, and I got a buddy of mine that's got one out in fucking Summerfield that's only a couple years old right now.
I think I still have 2 character sheets still that I kept because they went through a lot of campaigns.
Yeah, man, that's the hard part. Transferring the character sheet sucks.
Listen to these fucking nerds.
Dude, I was a LARPer too, though. I did live action shit.
Ye old
Like-
thumping loud.
I played. My LARPing was Vampire the Masquerade.
I went to a lot of those medieval age.
Nah, man, I was busy getting
Yeah, I was-
fucked up.
No, I was a big LARPer. I was getting fucked up with all the people I was LARPing with. I mean, don't think.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was
Don't think
it
because we
was
was
about
nerds,
nothing
we
but
wasn't
getting
getting down.
fucked up.
We
It
were
wasn't
still
like,
getting
hey man,
drunk, high.
it wasn't like, hey man,
We
let's
were-
go do
we
this
were
and get
getting
fucked up. It's
fucked.
like,
Yeah,
you know what?
drunk,
Let's just
high,
get
fucking.
fucked up. I didn't need an
There's this
excuse. I
tree
didn't need
over
a
this
reason.
way. Let's go over
I
here,
just found a
milady.
group of like-minded motherfuckers, and we was all like, "Hey, man, let's get fucked up." All right, sure, why not? Let's all get fucked up. What do you want to do? I don't really care. Let's just get fucked up.
There you go.
Go
Yeah,
sit.
I
Go
mean,
sit.
that's
Go
a lot
sit in the
of
middle of a field and just get fucked up and stare at the grass.
Well, you are in Ohio, so
Some of that.
Yeah.
Some of that redneck shit.
I've been to plenty of barn parties,
Yeah.
What the fuck is a barn party?
field parties, barn parties, all the same thing.
I was about to say, like,
We didn't party in no barns, man. We back road it.
Oh,
Booze cruise.
shit.
When it was raining out, we just load coolers of beer, put them in the back of a car, and literally we drive around for like 10, 12 hours just drinking. Never touch a main road, never touch a paved road. Tear off into some field, do some donuts. Pull off at some old abandoned oil well or some shit like that, but nah, dude, we just drove around and got hammered.
I hear you.
Never had to worry about running into anyone. I mean, the gravel roads we was cruising around on were wide enough to, you know, handle earth movers because that whole area had been strip mined.
Oh,
So you're talking 4-lane highway, like wide gravel roads.
damn!
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You
I bet that was fun growing up, man. I never got to experience no
pull
shit
out,
like
you just
that.
pull off into a strip pit, man, and you jump off a fucking cliff into an old strip pit that had fucking been filled up with water. It's just what you did.
Yeah, it sounds like my mom's husband grew up in Marion, Illinois. His graduating class in high school there was 12 people.
Damn.
Yeah.
What? That's insane.
Yep. Graduating class of his high school was 12 people.
Dude, I like that small town shit. I don't need no fucking city life bullshit.
Well, I mean, I've always been in cities. My mom was a truck driver when I was born, so I was all over the place anyway. And what does most of your fucking trucking end up needing? City work. It's all city to city to city to city to city to city to city. And we live this is country, but it's city country. You know, like I said, here in my town,
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean by city country. That's the town. That's the town I actually grew up in.
yeah, it's one that's not. It's big enough that
It's big enough.
You-
There was probably a mall in the 90s.
it's big enough you call it a city, but not a town.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like there's a chance when you run into somebody you don't know, they know somebody you know.
Yeah, yeah. It was big enough to support a mall in the 90s, but never really that big.
Yeah, we had a mall, and
Yeah, that's where you hung out. You know, when you was preteen, early teenage years. You're like, let's go to the mall and pick up chicks.
we had a mall through the 80s and 90s. You can
That was what we did.
Okay.
We go around and fucking just try and we'd ask like the cell phone case, girl who's selling cell phone case, like, what you doing?
ours was pager stores, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess it would have been pager stores back then. You're right.
Ours was pager stores, and not for anything. I got my ear pierced because I was trying to holler at a girl one day. We were in the mall, and there was this girl that worked at the jewelry store, and I was like, I need to holler. Y'all need to step back. And she was like, I ain't talking to you. I was like, but I'm gonna pierce my ear. And she's like, all right, well, sit over here. And so I talked my way into it. Yes, I did. Directly.
I was more of just a pleasure is pain kind of guy, and I decided in high school that I needed to pierce my ears, and I pierced my own ears. Well, I had one of my buddies help me, but we just went out to Joann Fabrics, bought an upholstery needle, and jammed it through my fucking ear.
Oh boy!
And he's like, "Here, I got these. Shove these in there." And that was like, my junior year in high school. Of course, it was a Catholic school, so when I showed up to school the next day with my ears pierced, my Latin teacher, she's like, "You can't have those in." He was like, "Yeah." She's like, "No, seriously, you need to cover those up or take them out." I said, "I'm not going to do either." She pulled me out into the hallway. She's like, "Are you defying me?" I was like, "No, not defying you. Just not doing what you're asking." Send me down to the principal's office. Principal was like, "You can either take him out, cover him up, or I can call your mom and I'm sending you home." I was like, "Call my mom. I'm going home." And I didn't go home. I was 16 years old. I had a car. I went to the park, smoked cigarettes, waited for my buddies to get out of school, and we all just sat and smoked cigarettes at the park. And then we'd slide over to the family restaurant, which is just a truck stop, a dying truck stop, to be completely honest with you. And they'd sell us packs of cigarettes out of their fucking drawer for $2.50 a pack. Camels.
Boom.
Camel filters in a soft pack for $2.50.
Damn.
That was expensive then.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we thought we was cool, man. We'd order coffee and just sit and smoke cigarettes and drink coffee. Hell, dude, we was so fucking young and naive. B. Ryan, you know Brian, who's been on the show a couple times here and
Oh
there.
yes.
All right, well, we shop at Salvation Army and shit like that. And he picked up a hat that said, I may be too old to cut the mustard, but I can still lick the pot." We had no clue what the fuck that meant. And he just wore that hat around, dude. And one of the old trucker ladies was like, "Oh yeah." We knew after that day what that hat actually meant.
Yeah. Yeah, she told you what licking the pot was.
Yeah. But that's just what we did, man.
I mean, it was kind of the same story down here for me. I just fucking met up with all my people, and we hung out on a street called Tate Street. That was our spot. I've been through generations of people on that place. You know, it's like I could still go down there. There's a little pizza parlor down there, and still go sit down in that fucking pizza parlor and meet the newest generation of what's coming up on that street. And they're really no different than what we were when we were growing up. But it's the same people. It's a college campus, like butted right up against it.
Okay.
But I grew up here, so for me, the college
You're a
campus
townie.
thing, the college campus thing was kind of irrelevant, except for the fact of like when I started recognizing girls, I in high school started messing with college girls.
Yeah, you're a townie.
You know, I
That's
was
that's what we would have called you in Athens. Is you were a townie. You didn't go to
yeah,
school. Athens, Ohio University. The population jumps like 20,000 people when school gets back in. Other than that, it's a small hick town.
dude. Greensboro. Like I said, we've grown to the third largest city. But when I was growing up, we were what we considered to be fairly country. You know, still a little city, but fairly country. But I have Greensboro College, UNCG, Guilford College, Bennett College, and North Carolina A&T, all in my city. So our population growth
Yeah,
every school
ridiculous.
year is fucking dumb.
Yeah, that's what it was like in Athens, man. It's like summertime. It's the exact opposite, especially if you're working in restaurants. Summertime restaurants pick up normally.
Normally,
Well,
yeah,
when
not
you're
here.
when you're in a college town, restaurants
No,
die.
yeah, that's right.
That's when the townies come out and take back over their town, man.
You see that shit all the dude. I was a pizza delivery driver and delivering through those college campuses. I had two in my zone when I was working for the pizza place for Papa John's. And you are not fucking lying. It was great to be a pizza delivery guy during the season of college. But that off time, that summer, it was cool because you'd save up a bunch of money if you were smart about it. You'd save up a bunch of money through the fucking season. And you could go do some bomb shit during the summer when your town was virtually going to have no business.
It's fucking dead. Don't exist. It's no longer a town anymore. It's a ghost town.
Yeah, see, we never...
That's
we're
when
big
I'd
enough
go
that
out.
See, we're big enough that we never got to ghost town status.
Oh.
Like, us as a city, we're big enough. Like, just... That I know.
Athens, Ohio, it definitely ain't that. When college is out, it is pretty much a ghost town. And that's when I go out, man. Because if I be honest, when I went out and school was in session, I just walk around and be like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." I don't even like you. I just motherfuckers, because these fucking college kids just walk by and be like, "What the fuck's up?" Like, "Fuck, you want to fight?" I got got no patience for little punk bitches.
Oh no! See, for me, it was a completely different experience. I've got like one all-girls college in my city, and trust me, you don't need more than one. Those other 4 colleges are to try and balance the population a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
Yeah, see, like, and that's what I say about like with what we are. Like, our growth is extreme during college season. We'll call it that, even though it's 3/4 of the year.
Right.
But yeah, college season's like baseball season. That shit just fucking seems to be what they don't
Shit,
they don't
dude.
they
This
don't play.
motherfucking 821.
Yeah,
Time flies.
yeah, it does.
I just
So,
realized that. Where the fuck's Guru at? I'll be honest with you, man. I gotta take a piss.
well, yeah, he does need to come back.
Yeah, he definitely does, because I need to take a piss.
Yep. Yarp.
I'm about to pull up the YouTube music, and if we need to take 5, we need to take 5, but I don't know how much longer I can contain this.
Guru, come back.
You can blame it all on me.
Yeah, those words are true. All right, so before you run away, number one story on my Google playlist, or on my Google News list, Taco Bell's massive nacho party pack.
What?
Yeah, dude. So apparently, the nacho party pack is a huge box of nachos. And for $8 from Taco Bell, you can get the ground beef version. Tack on a couple more dollars for steak or chicken. But let's see. There we go. Can I get it full screen? Can I just get it full screen? Apparently not.
I'm over here fighting with my goddamn tablet because it won't go into portrait mode. So
there you go.
the fuck is that?
That is a box of Taco Bell nachos. It's basically their Nacho Bell Grande 3 times over is what it may appear to be. 3-4 times over. So if you're a fan of Taco Bell nachos, they have decided to up their nacho game.
Taco Bell needs to up something.
Yeah. Hey, look, there you go.
The fuck, dude?
What'd you do?
This tablet's pissing me off. It won't rotate.
Oh, you see, I no longer look like a freaking long-haired hippie, by the way.
Whatever, you fucking
no.
dirty hippie.
No, actually, you still look kind of shaggy, but just not as shaggy.
Shaved all the way around the sides, man. I leave hair up there.
I'm getting too long again.
I finally fucking rotated. Fuck me.
Sorry about that.
The
little one was hungry.
Are either one of you celebrating your day today?
What am I celebrating?
Yeah, what day am I supposed to be what?
Really? Neither one of y'all know what today is? Today is the day that you should hands down be ready for what today is. Today is fucking National Cheeseburger Day.
Oh, I had a cheeseburger today, so I
You participated unknowingly.
Yep. I had a Wisconsin buttery from Steak and Shake.
Nice.
I had a pizza.
There are several restaurants. There are several. If it was a cheeseburger pizza, it could have been acceptable.
But they
There are
suck,
several
so.
places participating in the National Cheeseburger Day. Applebee's is offering their classic cheeseburger with endless fries for today only at $6.99.
Fries.
But for today only at $6.99. Burger King, if you order through the app, 59-cent cheeseburger.
Ooh.
Dairy Queen's giving you the super snacks, 2 for $4.
Dairy Queen motherfucking microwaves their cheeseburgers, dude. I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah.
Burger King does the same shit. I gotta
Jack in
piss.
the Box.
I can't wait. I'll be back.
Yeah, all right. Jack in the Box is offering a free burger of your choice
Really?
with any app purchase.
Okay.
Red Robin, gourmet cheeseburger and bottomless steak fries for $5. Also,
Oh man.
that's as long as you buy a drink. Smash Burger is offering classic Smash Burger, buy one get one free. White Castle's offering free cheese sliders with the purchase. So it's BOGO on that one.
Okay.
There are several other places though that are like Wendy's is offering special pricing on their cheeseburgers. Ooh. But yes, National Cheeseburger Day. Me and my girl are having Wendy's this evening. I think that's what we agreed.
No, the little one just had the last of the pizza. Like we had pizza before show start, and then I did a little something for the missus before she left.
Oh yeah.
Because she's at work.
Well, that's nice of you.
And then after this, I'm doing sushi.
You're not participating in Cheeseburger Day at all, huh?
No. I would if I didn't already get that sushi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at that whenever I went into the
It's
kitchen. I was like,
It's not gas
I'll wait.
station sushi, is it?
No. Hell no.
You gotta be
Who
careful.
buys gas station sushi? Like what?
You would literally be surprised.
I feel like that would get you sicker than their normal gas station food that they sell.
There are people who suspect that is a probability. It also may make you, if you survive it, immune to every other contractual disease on the planet, though.
Superpowers is what you're saying. Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like eating blowfish. Like, you got to have a really good, like, sushi
It has
chef.
to be done just
Yeah,
right.
You got to have a really good chef in order to eat blowfish, because if not, it'll kill you. Supposedly gas station sushi has reached that level of mythicism that
if it ain't done right, you did.
Well, no, if you can survive what it does to you, there's high probability nothing. You might have just become immortal.
Almost willing to try it.
Almost willing to try it.
Almost. If you would have caught me whenever I was a little bit younger, I definitely would give it a shot. You know?
Yeah.
Now,
Hey, Stone.
Yo.
Since we're talking about food, get in my belly.
What do you want, fat bastard?
Yo, seriously, you know it's in the show sheets.
Oh.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
In my belly. Open link. Craig. Show web.
whoa.
Stunning new product that is a huge threat to Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, and McDonald's. What? Yes, Virginia. There really is a piece of KFC. No, dude. No. 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 I don't get it, man. Why? Why? What is... Man, you don't need stuff with donuts. Coming from a straight up fat bastard fucking Homer Simpson looking motherfucker. Donuts is donuts. You don't need anything with a goddamn donut.
Though.
That looks
Look
terrible.
at that sandwich. I know,
It
bro.
looks terrible.
It's a It's glazed.
How is this
and
going to
everything.
rival anything anyone else is doing? Colonel, your legacy's dead, man.
I'm just saying, all those other countries that are like, Americans are nothing but fat fucking... Dude, this does not fucking help.
This
the
does not help.
argument help.
This does not help.
It's probably a baby-ass
Oh.
chicken sandwich for that fucking matter, but why?
Damn.
No, I don't need fried chicken and donuts. First of all, I don't even like chicken and fucking waffles. Second of all, don't fuck up my donut with meat in between. Just give me a goddamn donut.
Oh my god.
Fuck that, dude.
We've got an amazing donut place here in town.
Do they
Oh,
put chicken in between their fucking donuts?
Actually, this place does like gourmet donuts that are all over the place. Like, so
Oh,
there's no
God.
telling.
Get the
They
maple
made-
bacon donuts.
Yeah, see, there you go. There's meat with your donut.
That's different. It's breakfast meat.
It's bacon.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Fuck
I'm
it. It's not
gonna
even
say
that
it's
breakfast
different
meat.
because
it's
it's
fucking
bacon.
bacon. You're absolutely
I was gonna
right,
say,
sir. You're absolutely right.
I am the guy. I am the guy who did fucking sit here and shout from the rooftop, "Fucking Mason of bacon." Okay.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's fucking
you did.
bacon. Bacon
Yeah.
goes with anything. You can
Yeah, I
put
was
your
gonna-
bacon on
you-
a goddamn donut, but as soon as you sandwich a hamburger patty or a fucking piece of fried chicken in between your donut,
The Luther? Wait, are you really bashing the Luther?
I don't like that shit, man. No.
It's a hamburger. It's
No.
a full hamburger.
Yeah, no. No.
And if you do it the way it's properly supposed to be done, you're supposed to do it like a griddle burger. It's supposed to be smashed
Yeah, I get it, but no.
I'm just saying,
so that you char.
all these other countries around us that
Wonder
saying these
why we're
things.
fat bastards. Yes, wonder why we're fat.
I'll tell you why I'm
bastards. Shit
fat
like this.
bastard, because I eat donuts. I don't
Yeah,
eat chicken donuts.
But do you eat fried
Donuts.
chicken? Wait, do you eat fried chicken?
Yeah, on a
You eat
bun or
donuts?
separate from donuts. Never combined, ever.
I'll tell you right now.
I do
if,
not.
If I get
First
the
of all, I
opportunity,
don't really
I
even
am
like
going to
barbecue
try-
sauce. So
If I get the opportunity, I am going to try this.
I
And
feel
not
like
for
the
anything.
sweetness would overpower the chicken.
I like chicken and waffles
I'm just saying.
with syrup.
uh,
So I don't think
I'm
that
right
this
there
is-
with you, Stone. I'm right there. With
Yeah, I
you.
like chicken and waffles with syrup. I don't think this is a problem. I'm also a guy that in the morning when I'm doing scrambled eggs, bacon, and all that, pancakes, waffles, whatever I'm doing in the morning. And not to say that I don't just take my pancake syrup and go right over to my eggs with them.
God damn it!
Hey, at least I'm not one of those weird bastards that does ketchup on everything.
I would rather have fucking ketchup with my scrambled eggs. Thank you very much.
You take that fucking
I'd rather have
bullshit
Texas
back.
Pete. I'd rather have Texas Pete.
But yeah, yeah.
Not so much Texas Pete. I'm more of a Frank's guy. But
Really, you're a
Hot
Frank
sauce with some eggs, though.
Yeah, yeah.
In general,
Sriracha. I'll go with sriracha or
I'll be completely honest with you. I don't really even like fucking eggs.
I didn't.
They have a
think
shitty
anybody likes
taste.
to
Dude,
fuck
eggs have a shitty taste and smell.
I'm just saying, I don't think a whole lot
They
of people
do.
fuck eggs, though.
Eggs smell bad.
I didn't for some time but then I definitely
The only
did.
thing that's worthwhile in an over easy egg is the fucking yolk, and you dip in your toast. in it.
Foo.
Egg whites suck. Eggs suck.
I have no problem with
The
it.
only
Actually,
reason the
I
only,
made- I
the
made
only
some
reason to
really
have
good
motherfucking
bacon,
eggs
egg, and
is you're
cheese.
gonna have them with bacon.
I made
It's
really
an
good bacon,
excuse
egg,
for
and
you
cheese.
to have bacon. Is
Yeah.
eggs.
I made really good bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. Like,
Yeah, there you go. See,
But do you really
wouldn't-
need an
you wouldn't- you
excuse to
wouldn't- you
have
wouldn't
bacon?
just have an egg biscuit.
I'm just saying, do you really need an excuse to have
no,
bacon?
I am the guy who ordered a jar of bacon purely on the aesthetic of being bacon.
I know, but he's saying
Well, you didn't order a
I
jar of
would do
eggs.
eggs. But he's saying that he does eggs just to have an excuse to do bacon. Do you really need an excuse to do bacon?
No.
Sausage, whatever. Fuck. If I'm feeling really poor, Canadian bacon. But that shit's fucking garbage. Fuck you, Egg McMuffin. Suck my balls.
How much
Egg
better would
McMuffin's
the
a
egg?
garbage sandwich.
How much better would the egg McMuffin be if it came with real bacon?
Yeah,
Oh.
precisely. But Canadian bacon's dirt fucking cheap, dude, because it's just shitty ham.
Yeah.
Canadian bacon sucks. It's that simple. You can either have ham
The weird part is,
or you can have
is
Canadian bacon, which sucks.
the weird part is Canadian bacon is only an American thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it still sucks.
Like in Canada,
It's
you
just
say Canadian bacon, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And
Yeah,
then
they do.
and then you tell them what Canadian bacon is, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?"
We didn't create that, so
Yeah,
why
that's
is our name
fine.
in that?
yeah, just kind of another stupid thing like French fries.
Poutine.
Poutine is created by that, though.
That is why French fries exist, is so poutine could become a thing. And that
I don't want
that
gravy on my
essentially
French fries for that
that
fucking matter.
essentially
Is-
dude.
That's not good for you either. But oh my god, it's
In
just so
New Orleans-
I
fucking
don't
in
good.
care
New
if it's
Orleans-
good. No,
in-
gravy don't
in
belong
New
on French
Orleans-
fries. Belongs on mashed potatoes.
In New Orleans, one of my favorite sandwiches is a potato po' boy, which is French bread, like a baguette sliced in
Yeah.
half, like slice it, put mayonnaise on the bottom with lettuce, then take steak fries and pile them in there,
I've had
and
one of those.
and then pour gravy across that, or also if you want to juice it up a little bit, Italian dressing.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
I've
then-
had one of those.
and then
They're
sma-
actually pretty good.
Smash that motherfucker.
Hmm. Those are actually pretty good. You shake your head, but it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, you're disqualifying a whole lot of Southern cuisine that is really tasty bits.
It ain't for me.
Like, I don't diss a whole lot of things unless I've already tried it. And
Oh,
I just know all
eating
the
of
I know the flavors. And I'm sitting here thinking.
I'm with you. I know the flavors too, and it doesn't sound like it would be good, but
like,
it
nah, that ain't
actually
for me.
is.
I'm saying that you've got an idea of the flavors and just predisposition yourself to not approve. And I'm thinking that if you were delivered from the cultural regions that these dishes have,
Maybe I'm just uncultured swine. All right.
if you were given
Maybe I'm
it
just a piece of
culturally,
shit, okay.
if you were delivered that piece of food culturally in the environment, the flavors that you're thinking of maybe are slightly inaccurate because of what they do.
I would definitely try it. I'll try anything, man. I will. I will try anything.
You're a chef.
I
You're a
see,
chef,
so-
so I have no doubt the fact that if I put you in the kitchen with another chef and he cooked something for you, you'd be like, all right, let me try it.
Yeah,
I
I
see some
actually
going in.
more than flavor offended over things. I'm texture offended over things.
Oh, see, that's where a potato sandwich does not do you wrong, because the steak fries are just crunchy enough, the baguette's crunchy enough that with the mayonnaise, lettuce, and gravy, there's no sogginess that you'd expect.
See, I don't even like lettuce on any sandwich.
You uncultured swine.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
puts
I have to-
iceberg lettuce on a fucking sandwich, dude. Iceberg lettuce is such garbage. It's water.
You don't always have to use iceberg lettuce. Is the thing.
Everyone uses iceberg
Not
lettuce because
every
it's cheap.
restaurant uses iceberg lettuce.
And then oh, so let's switch to leaf lettuce, which just tastes like grass. I'm sorry, vegetables suck, people. Eat meat.
Goddamn uncultured.
the fucking propaganda machine that is going on over here.
Oh, I will cook it all for your fucking bullshit ass. No problems. I've tasted it. I know what will go together with things. Don't mean I had to like it. I want meat and potatoes. Other than that, leave me the fuck out. I don't even like bread. Fuck bread.
Why does German
pancakes?
I was like, why does German pancakes look like French toast but different?
'Cause
But
they're
no,
German.
actually, that looks really fucking tasty. I haven't ever had them before, Fubu.
Where the fuck is German pancakes? Oh, you guys like German pancakes? All right, now I need to Google something.
I did already, and yeah, it looks
good.
pretty good.
It does, yeah. I did the same thing.
That is French toast.
No. No,
It's
if you dive
just from first glance.
yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
if you dive into it a little bit, it's actually
It's like streusel mixed with. Man, this is a lot of work.
wow. We came up with the exact same search results. That's fucking
Yeah, whenever I saw him pull it up and everything, I was like, wow, that's exactly everything that popped up for me.
All right, can I just get an ingredient list? I've been drinking. I don't need to.
It does.
I
look like a big
apologize.
piece of
I've been
fucking
drinking.
French
Shout out,
It
Skeeter.
does. It does. It looks like a giant piece of
It
French
does.
toast,
It
but
looks
it's
like
not.
a super
It
huge.
kind of looks like bread pudding made with a single slice of bread. To be completely honest with you.
Yeah, that too. That too. I'll give you a little bit of that as well.
It's not though,
Oh,
and it's pretty good. I kind of want to try it.
Okay,
My
I
mom,
do want to try.
Never
these.
even.
my
Never even.
mom used to make such great bread pudding.
Bread pudding is the shit, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what this looks like, and I would be down.
Yeah, my mom
What I
made-
like is there's a
Bet.
classic French toast link right underneath it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
But yeah, I'd definitely be down for some German pancakes.
Thank you, Fufu, for bringing our bellies to their huge Smitties from Idaho, huh?
Those
Mhm.
look good. Well, you
Does.
know,
Looks-
Idaho potatoes, German, Irish potato, vodka.
You know what? The funny thing, everybody
Listen.
associates Irish and potatoes, but potatoes don't even come from Ireland. They're not native to Ireland at all.
It's. I think the reason why a lot of people do that is because the simple fact is they don't have potatoes.
Hey man, shepherd's pie is the shit.
Just
Well-
saying they don't.
I'm just give me some meat and some mashed potatoes. I'm good. Fuck it all.
That's the reason why they get drunk a lot. No potatoes.
Yeah, because it's too busy making liquor out of their potatoes.
Actually, the reason that potatoes are associated with them is due to the simple fact of the matter that potatoes were introduced to the culture at a point where they were at a great famine, and it literally saved them from being erased off the planet.
Potatoes saved them.
Yeah.
Hey man, potatoes are good, dude.
They're very useful, multi-purpose
Hell yeah, dude.
ingredient.
Back in the
Like-
poor days, me and my roommate would go out and we would buy. We had enough money to pay rent, enough money to buy booze. So then it was baked potatoes for food.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can do a lot with potatoes, though. You can make fries out of them.
No, we just ate baked
wedges.
potatoes, dude. Because you just sit and get fucked up and eat baked potatoes. It's good. They fill you up.
Hmm.
I mean, even though it's a carbohydrate, so it's going to increase your BAC.
Yeah, but the skin is fucking amazing.
Yeah, dude, done right, dude. Baked potato skin is where it's at.
Yep.
When I make my own baked potato,
Not for anything. Any of you
I
people who
split that
don't
bitch.
actually make your fucking mashed potatoes fresh and leave skin in, you're doing it wrong. You're cutting all of the nutrient. You're cutting all of the nutrients out of the potato when you do that.
Well,
every single time I do
okay.
homemade, I always leave the skin.
That is somewhat debatable because there are nutrients in the actual potato. You don't actually need the skin. Where you lose your nutrients in a mashed potato is if you boil the potatoes. Because most of the vitamins in a potato are water soluble. So if you boil your potato, you want the nutrients, drink the potato water.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But that's why baked potatoes hold their nutrients. Well, if you want to maintain more of those nutrients in your mashed potatoes, you steam them. And you're like, I don't have a fucking steamer, man. I'm fucking poor. Yeah, take some fucking aluminum foil, make a basket,
I was about to.
make a basket over your fucking stock pot, poke a couple holes, drop your potatoes in, put another foil lid over the top, and you can steam your potatoes that way. If you're making mashed potatoes with boiled potatoes, I'd have to say you're making your mashed potatoes wrong. They should be steamed.
You're doing it wrong.
They should absolutely be steamed.
Yeah, I got a double boiler for such purposes.
Yeah, there you go. See, you got the double boiler. You're steaming them. But yeah, don't fucking boil your potatoes for mashed potatoes, because then the only flavor you get is what you add. So butter. I mean, it's good flavor. Butter and salt.
Yeah, I was gonna say
butter, salt, cream, sour cream. It just depends on your particular taste buds. But for me, mashed potatoes is just butter, salt, and pepper.
Butter and a little bit of milk is generally the general recipe around here. Is buttermilk, pepper.
I don't pepper. Well, I avoid. I feel like pepper is something that you don't need to touch a potato with. It's more of a.
I am a fanatic when it comes to pepper, and that's just I am a fan of pepper. I am one of those people.
I feel like that's more of a garnish type thing. Crack some fresh pepper over the top, let it do its thing. But you'll find a lot of actual mashed potato recipes actually throw in white pepper. If you're going to throw pepper into your mashed potatoes, I suggest white pepper.
Yes,
because you can use very little, still get the effect, and it blends right in. But I'd prefer to put the white pepper in my gravy and then have some nice buttery, salty mashed potatoes with a nice peppery gravy.
See, that's the thing with me is I'm traditionally not. You say no gravy on fries.
Don't tell me you don't put gravy on your mashed potatoes.
I say most of the time I don't put gravy on my mashed potatoes.
No. Why? Why, Lord? Why? Who doesn't put gravy on their mashed potatoes? This is why this country is failing. It's all on you, Thump.
We're going down.
This country's going to the shitter. Because you put gravy on your mashed potatoes.
We are going down.
Actually, buttermilk in your mashed potatoes is
nice. My general consensus with gravy is as long as it's the sauce of whatever.
You want a pan gravy then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, make it from if you have the opportunity, absolutely make it from the fucking pan drippings. Take the rendered fat.
That's right. And make gravy out of it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I made
right.
fucking
heat it up more, add a little bit of fucking cornstarch.
Yeah.
Fucking call it
that's the gravy I made today. My campus, we had roast turkey, au gratin potatoes.
Ooh, I bet that was some great turkey gravy.
Roasted zucchini. Yeah, dude. Well, I order in. It's it's prepackaged, it's foil wrapped, it's already brined. So I order in these. Ooh, did we lose Thump?
No.
No,
I got
he's
you
still right
frozen
here.
on my Skype screen. There, now you're back.
I was gonna say. I see I'm frozen over there. It just came back, but
Fucking Skype, dude.
No, he's frozen.
Anyway, so I took it's
No.
pre-wrapped foil turkey breasts, and they're pre-brined. It's actually one of the best products you're ever going to get as far as turkey goes. Because fuck bone-in turkey. I don't really even like turkey for that matter. But yeah, took all the drippings, man. Dropped a little cornstarch slurry into it. Gravy for the turkey today.
yeah, but
It doesn't get any better. That's why you love the gravy at Thanksgiving. Because it's made with real flavor instead of some powdered or
it's part
pureed
of
bits.
the meal. It's not some generic put together synthesized shit. It is a byproduct of the meal that went right back into the meal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit.
But that's classic cooking anyway, though. That's like if you're doing anything right, you're taking it from wherever you got it, and you're using every fucking bit of it. When it hits the table, all of that is still there.
Well, the fucking cooking competition I won last year,
What?
man. I did a play on a fucking French dip
Don't
sandwich,
worry about it.
and I made a traditional demi-glace.
Okay.
I hit
Don't
someone
worry
up
about what
with some beef bones,
Go on.
roasted
You
the
did.
beef bones, cooked the beef bones down,
You didn't hit your mute button. Now you're muted.
made a nice gelatinous stock. Yeah, the real shit. It's always better, man. And I know a few dudes from my culinary school, and they're all super purists compared to me. I'll be honest. I am more of a corporate chef, but I got some good buddies who are total fucking purists. And if you ain't doing it the classic way, you ain't doing it right. But unfortunately, I live in a corporate world, so we
You're
all do.
used to the package process ready.
I try to avoid that, but I will use a beef base or a chicken base to get flavors going instead of. Bottom line is, with what I do, I don't have the time to make a real stock.
Right. Yeah, this is very true. Um
I don't have time to roast the meat, pull the
my
meat off the
mother
bone, take the bones, re-roast the bones with mirepoix, then slow simmer that for 8 to 12 to 18, 24 hours in a pot of boiling water, and then skim that, strain that, let the fat, cool it properly, let the fat settle to the top, skim the fat off. I don't have that kind of time.
yeah, it's a process when it comes down into getting into certain things. My mother was the family head chef, and my family owned a nursing home when I was growing up.
Now you know all about the Jello, huh?
So yeah, but
Motherfuckers get weird about their Jello.
dude, I grew up with like what was it? Our population. I had 24 sets of grandparents.
Dude, I feel bad for your cheeks.
Oh, dude, growing up was very interesting. But like I'd say I think it was like the first 12 years, like up until I was 12, my family owned a nursing home, and then we were bought out by a corporation, and within 2 years they run it in the ground, killed several of our fucking patients, and were going with bankruptcy and being investigated by the FBI. Just within 2 years after us selling. But they were bigger than us, and they offered, we offer you a deal that you can't refuse. It was big money, man. Like they're
Yeah,
members
because states have regulations where there's a certain number of. All right, from my limited knowledge, from the last 4 years of my life, states have a limited number of Medicaid, Medicare beds.
yes.
And if you want to expand your company, you buy another company who owns the state's rights to the Medicaid and Medicare beds.
Right.
And that's how you grow your senior
Corporation.
living community. I tried to put it as consumer friendly as possible.
Yeah, it's how you expand your corporation.
Yeah. You buy beds.
Yeah. Yeah, because that is the stat that in most states that it is regulated by.
And most budgets are based off of HIBs, heads and beds.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the rest of the world, I don't fucking see it that way, man. So sucks to be all them. I got a bunch of people.
For-profit prisons work under kind of the same philosophy.
Yeah, well, sucks to be them because I just don't see it that way. I got a bunch of people who live at my work, and
It's a good thing.
I just want them to enjoy. That's all I want, man. Because one day I'm going to be in that situation. One day you're going to be in that situation. Don't you want to enjoy what's left of your life? Other than that, just push me out in the fucking woods and what about Bob my ass?
I
Strap some dynamite to me and tell me you need to teach me a lesson.
I'm gonna go out in dramatic fashion, I'm sure.
That's what I'm screaming. But
like the one place I don't want to honestly end up is in hospice.
Hell no, just smother me with a fucking pillow.
Yeah, like when it comes down to like extended care for people.
Can I get you to write that down and sign it? Okay, thank you.
I will.
Dr. Kevorkian was put to death. Just remember that.
Bye, Guru. You going right after me, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say he goes, then you go.
I'm fine with that, you know.
Wait, hold on. Death Pact? Is that what I just heard?
That's basically what it is, man. Because by the time he gets to that point, I'm going to be right around the corner to that point.
Guru, look at the top of my head, dude. I ain't got much time left.
I just heard. I
First,
heard
the hairline goes, and everything else.
I heard Death Pact.
I'll be your Bob, and what about Bob?
You know verbal contracts are just as binding, especially considering the fact that we got them recorded.
All right, well, I got you, bro.
Thanks, Guru. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Right, so he's gonna smother you with a pillow.
And then he's gonna get put to death. Works out for me.
We'll see how the rules work out by then.
Yeah.
Because actually, by that time, he may be allowed to just go ahead and do that.
Like, hey,
and
dude,
then I'm going to be left there going, what the hell, man?
Look, dude, you're just a financial...
This is not how this was supposed to go.
You're just a financial burden. Just breathe deep and let everything pass. Everything's going to be all right. Go into the light. Go into the light. Go into the light. God damn it, go into the light.
What I'll do is I'll throw
Your name is Carol Ann. Your name is Carol Ann.
What I'll do is I'll throw some iceberg lettuce down his throat before I freaking do that.
That's
I will
what
choke
you do.
and die. It'll start out with, what is this Big Mac bullshit?
Shredded.
And then I'll choke and die.
That's right. It's got to be shredded iceberg lettuce.
And then be like,
well, dude, our culture is so fucked up that if you try and offer certain people anything other than iceberg lettuce, they're offended.
Yeah,
I love all the various.
but let's
types
be
of
honest,
lettuce.
with
I don't
our
like
culture
lettuce,
not
it's-
fucking offended by anymore.
No,
Like, I literally
I'm
feel
I'm
like
a
people
leafy.
bend over
I'm a
backwards.
leafy
I may
green
be a fat
sometimes.
bastard, but I ain't a fucking cow. Don't feed me your greens.
I am a leafy green kind of guy, man.
Fuck leafy greens.
I love all leafy greens.
Thump will just be over in the corner chewing on his stud. Like,
Yep,
yep, there
Eating
goes
it.
Guru. Smothering
Eating it.
zone.
eating it, smoking it, chilling.
Trust me, I understood where you were coming from.
Oh yes. Oh
Talking
no,
about
all
food.
of them. All of them. I'm a big fan of all of them. I mean, I like spinach. I like turnip greens. I like fucking all of it. Like all of it. Romaine salad, like a traditional romaine salad is one of my favorite salads. But you know what? I don't like I'm even really weird. This is where it's going to get
I
sewn
need
right
salad
here.
for the dressing.
No, this is where it's going to get really weird for Sewn is because he's a texture guy. And if you're going to use romaine's a very crispy, crunchy lettuce.
Yeah,
When
romaine's a good lettuce.
my favorite part of a romaine salad is fucking it up. I love a romaine salad day one. It's very good. But my rule is to save some, put it in a plastic bag, and then come back to that soggy. Look, we
No.
make our own
No.
toast. We make our own
No.
toast croutons.
That's fine.
It's so good. You'd love day one salad. You're a day one salad guy. You'd love it fresh made. It's amazing. My mom did a really good one. Mine's even really good. But my favorite part is the next day or 2 days later after it's all sat in the juices and it's all soggy.
Don't do it.
It's the best.
It's just salad dressing.
Me and a fork,
You can see the anger in his face.
me, a fork and a Ziploc bag.
No.
Just fucking go into town.
Take your walking tacos and walk straight to hell.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
I'm sorry. I'm just of the opinion, fuck a salad altogether.
No, I'm a big fan of salads. I like them across the board. It becomes a big part of my summertime menu, actually.
Nah, fuck a salad.
Steak, salad, baked potato.
Meat, potatoes. Why do you need a vegetable?
Dude, I love that mixture. The
For balance.
baked potato,
motherfucker.
steak, and
No one
the
needs
fucking
balance.
little salad
And
on the
potatoes.
side.
Apparently, we are off the air now.
Oh yeah, we've been off the air for 3 minutes
Huh.
now.
Oh, wow. Bye, Radio Land. Fuck y'all anyways. But fuck a salad, dude.
I'm a fan.
Fuck you leafy greens. They can all go to hell.
Cooked, raw, doesn't matter.
All terrible. Don't like them.
It's a shame.
Probably. It's not for me, man. Protein,
It is
starch,
what it is.
protein, starch, protein, starch.
Corn on the cob with steak and mashed potatoes over there, foo-foo.
Nah, that's waste of time.
Yeah, corn on the cob.
I like corn on the cob.
I went to
If I'm
Latin-
going to the grocery store, I ain't buying the corn on the cob. I'm gonna buy the steak and the potato.
I went to a Latin festival this weekend,
Buy
and
steak. I don't need a fucking corn on the cob.
I'm still perplexed by the corn on the cob with whatever is all on it.
Oh,
Like-
that Napoleon Dynamite shit.
I'm sorry. I had to mute myself to continue laughing because of Mr. fucking hanging on to shit over there.
Yeah.
Never let it go.
I can tell. They'll
Like a
haunt your
potato.
dreams tonight, I feel like.
No. Dude, I'm going to tell you.
The only thing that haunts my dreams is work.
That's just a fact of your...
That is why I don't sleep at night. I wake up tomorrow morning.
You'll go in looking like you just went on a cocaine binge.
Dude,
And be like, you are the reason why I'm like this. I can't even sleep anymore.
dude, my sleep schedule is so fucked up. We don't even need to get into it.
Hey, Son,
Yo.
I introduced myself at this Latin festival. Man, this turned into a food episode.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
I turned myself on to this new to me type of food. It's called pupusa.
I eat the pussy.
Pupusa. Okay?
Oh,
Look it up.
Different kind of pussy.
Look it up, though. Pupusa.
USA. USA.
I
Greek?
tried this.
What the fuck?
I tried this weekend. Like I said, I went to a Latin Heritage Festival this weekend. And was introduced to this particular item.
It's like a cookie.
It's like a stromboli almost. Like a baby stromboli. This is the first I've heard of this. So.
It's like a potato cake.
Yeah.
Or a
Thick
bean
flatbread
pie.
from El Salvador made with cornmeal or rice flour similar to Venezuelan or Colombian arepa.
Arepa,
Usually
yes.
stuffed with one or more ingredients. These may include cheese,
But it's not stuffed.
chicharron.
That's what
fried
you're
beans.
missing. That's what you're missing in the translation of just reading it by word. It's not stuffed as much as it's mixed into the pancake that it becomes.
Okay.
If you look at some of the images that are put there with it,
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah,
it
it's not
like a
stuffed
piece
by
of
any means.
flatbread. Yeah, it looks
It's
like a piece
it's
of
an
flatbread.
everything pancake, dude. Everything pancakes are great.
Dude, these things are amazing, especially with the rice flour or the corn flour. It gives you that
Nice
like
texture.
corn. Well, it gives you that corn tortilla taste where you're like, oh man, that tastes like a fucking like tamale. It's corn wrapped, thick fucking corn tortilla. It's so tasty. And the ones we had were with chicken and cheese. And they're amazing, dude. This has got to be the simplest to throw together fucking piece of food that you could just stack these bad boys.
I'd eat that shit.
The ones that we had came with this like chicken roux.
Roux.
It wasn't. It was kind of gravy, but you could take a little bit of lettuce that's blended with cabbage.
Okay, first and foremost, a roux is a fat blended with a starch.
Yes.
To be a thickening agent.
Right.
So just a real thick gravy?
Right.
Okay.
Right. You take the little bit of lettuce and this roux that came with it. And oh man, it was just so good. It was so good. But yeah, it was the first time I had ever had them.
Hell
And I was
yeah,
like,
dude.
I was like,
Traditional
this
pupusas in
fucking
El
amazing.
Salvador are cooked over a wood fire using a pottery griddle.
Yeah. Even though,
I'm in.
even though, even though the El Salvadorian
I'm
women
in. That
were
just
cooking,
sounds like a bomb ass pancake.
even though the El Salvadorian women that were cooking it were using one of those, what is it, Blackwell? Isn't that the company that's making the really fly fucking griddles right now for the public?
Fuck if I know, dude.
But yeah, they're using those gas griddles, and chick was flipping them, man. Like one girl was taking orders. That was her only job. The other girl was putting the mix together, taking the like tortilla basic mix, getting a scoop of it, platting it out a little bit, making a patty, then throwing the additives into it,
Hmm?
buttoning it up, and then patting that back out into a patty.
Interesting.
And then they would throw it on the grill.
Sounds like some good food truck food, man. I've honestly found that a lot of the best food
Is
I've
food truck.
I've ever had, it's come from a passionate motherfucker who runs a food truck.
Yep. Food truck food. Big supporter. I'll put it out here on this show real quick. We're over on New Media Comedy. The guys over there, the girls over there, y'all all know him already. Mike Langan. His brother has an amazing food truck that they're working with right now, doing some big shit. Langan's Patties. Big shout out to the guys over there at Langan's Patties. Also, Truck It Food Truck for our guy, the coach, Mike Faber from our former network, WVLZ Sports. His truck also. These are the people that we associate with behind the scenes on this, and they've got killer food trucks going on. Langan's Patties and Truck It Food Truck.
Yeah, dude. The most real food you can get is from a mom and pop place.
Oh, they're amazing, man.
That's how I feel about it. You know, you can do your fine dining shit with your organic ingredients and blah 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 blah. Only the finest of blah blah blah. I'd rather hit up a mom and pop joint. Get some real food cooked by some real people.
Mm-hmm.
What the fucking fuck? Holy shit, who is this guy on my tablet?
I don't know. What are you looking at?
Trying to just pull up music on the tablet. Fuck it. I'm just gonna end up ending this shit and listening to Post Malone anyway, so.
Yep. It sounds like a great fucking choice of operation.
My fucking, I can't even remember the name of the goddamn song. I had too much to drink. Sorry, fellas. I've been drinking. What the world?
All right, Skater.
What
Let's
the
do
world?
this.
I'm just a social drunk.
I like it.
All right, so, if y'all want to carry on with us and continue this evening, because I'm going to be up for a minute. Thump, you're going to be up for a minute.
Yeah, we're doing this.
The link to our Discord is in the show description.
That's right. Come check us out.
Yeah.
Hang out.
Yeah, just come fucking hang out, man. We're just a bunch of douchebags doing their thing.
Yep.
So, other than that, Facebook, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for tuning in.
We out.
YouTube, same situation. Been a pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. Show us that love.